What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the One Hope podcast here in the One Hope studios. I am your host for the day, Aaliyah, and here to my right is
Madeson, McCaster.
And today we are going to have a real good discussion on today about relationships. Not just personal relationships, not friendships. So we're going to be talking about our relationship with God. We're just going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. But before we get into that, make sure you guys like this video, share this video. We need this video going across the streams, like everywhere. We need it everywhere. So make sure you like, share, invite somebody to watch the video. It's the quality is good. We love it here. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the video. As young adults, we tend to have temptations, especially in this generation. So how do you manage to keep your relationship with God like on a straight and narrow, like just without trying to interfere with other things or other things coming in? How do you keep it like, oh, this is just me and God, you know, be the best buddy?
That's a great question first. But I would say for me, actually lately I have been struggling with it, but I'm trying to get back, into it. But it is hard because being in my 20s, like you see a lot of stuff, like it's like you're not young, but you're not like so old, so it's so much stuff that you can do on your own, see on your own,
right.
Like you can just do whatever you want to do, really. So it's hard sometimes, but you just gotta like really try your hardest to like stay focused and know like what you want to do. Like, is this what I really want to do? Is that gonna help benefit me, or is that just something that's great for like one night or a weekend, and then I'm gonna go back feeling like I wish I would have never did that.
Honestly, I can definitely say the same for myself. It's just I'm trying to get back into the groove of just everything. Like, you know, you grow up in church. You know, your mama bring you to church. You go on sometimes going to Sunday school, Bible study, and now like you at this point, you be like all of that, and it's just like now it's like I have to make the decision for myself. I have to choose God. Like if I really want to choose him for myself, I have to be the one to be like, okay, I want this relationship with you. But it's like also like you be like, can I just it's like can I just like just for a tad bit, like I ain't trying to say that too loud, just like I just need to put my toe in, like, but that it's a lot that comes with that, and it's just I don't know, I'm trying to find my way back into getting that relationship with him stronger, because I feel like it's strong, but it's also like in some areas it's weak. Like I can definitely say that I don't pray as much as I need to, or I only pray when I be like, Lord, help me out this situation. Because like if you let me do it, like if you let me get through it, I ain't gonna never do it again.
Next time.
I'll do it. Like it's just I'm trying to get back to me and him having a close relationship where I won't let somebody text my phone and be like, hey, what you doing? Nah, I'm good.
And it's hard. It's not like something like, oh, I'm just about to go brush my teeth. It's not that easy.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Like, of course you're gonna have like something gonna try to throw you off. Especially when you like getting really close. Then that's when it's like, okay, let's see if she really gonna do that.
Exactly.
Let me try to throw this curveball. But it's hard, but if you want to do it, you can do it. You just gotta block stuff out. Like that's kind of like the phase I've been in now. Like I'm in the phase of cutting people off or cutting things off that's not for me, like, or not like gonna benefit me, not gonna make me a better person. So, and that's hard, like, especially my mom, she always told me, like, you have to get ready to, like, if you're gonna pray for it, if you're gonna pray, I want this out of my life, I want that out of my life, like, you have to be ready for it. It could be your best friend. And you're like, I would just like take this out, like, God, please help me with that. But when you figure out, he like, okay, and then it's your friend. Now
Right.
you like, I didn't know.
Mm.
I didn't know it's gonna be that person. But you just have to, like, if you're gonna pray about it, you gotta listen, because if you don't, then you back to square one.
Right. So how is it like? Well, how is the process of it going? Like, how did you start cutting people out, like, or just eliminating them out of your life? Because I'm finding it really, really hard right now in this moment. It's just like, I want to let you go, but then I also don't want to let you go, because, like, it's just like, you're not good for me, but at the same time, you're keeping me confident.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
yeah.
How's that process of it going for you?
With that, you have to see, like, this kind of like, you know how they say write a list of the pros and cons. It's kind of like that. I do that a lot. Like, if the cons are outweighing the pros, then I can't do it, because I'm all about, like, equality. Like, if we're in a friendship, relationship, anything, like, even with family, like, if I'm always giving way more, then, and you're not giving, like, I'm giving 90% and you're giving 10, what's the point of it? Like,
right,
I'm draining all my energy every time you call me. I have to be there, or now you're mad if I don't do it, or this. But when I call you, I don't hear anything.
Exactly.
Like, so you just have to do it that way. Like, are they really gonna help me in this time or in that time, or are they just here to kind of leech off of me? Like, and leeching as in, like, not just out, like, with money, because people can leech off, like, your energy.
Right.
So, like, a lot of people tell me I'm, like, a bubbly person, so I realize that some people were just around me just to, like, kind of get that energy of, oh, we about to have fun, we about to be at Madeson, and it's like, you really don't like me,
right? You really don't want to be around me.
Yeah, but you see other people want to be around me, so it's like they want to know what that feels like how is she in this environment, or
right,
does she ever get mad, or does she ever do this? So, yeah, but
I feel that. I really, really feel that. So how do you connect that to your relationship with God? How do you make that all just coming together? Like, just your relationships here on earth. How do you, like, bring that same energy with God?
I would say it's a tough, not really, but it is. But I would say by blocking out different, like, distractions and temptations, like, it's gonna help you get closer to God. Like, you'll feel like it's probably not happening in that moment or right then and there, and you're probably upset, like, oh, I just lost my friend, or I just whatever. But God's he's never gonna put more on you than you can bear. So it's kind of like you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm losing something, but you're really gaining that relationship with God. So it's gonna fill whatever void that you think that you have, and it's not gonna be.
I feel it. I really do, because it's like, it's not that I'm not trying to, like, I'm really putting myself in the space. Like, I don't went like, they be like, okay, well, you know, some of y'all young adults don't know nothing about the Bible. You're right, I don't. And I'm trying to put myself, or get myself in the space to be open to receive whatever he has for me. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna start reading my Bible, I'm gonna start doing a little bit of Bible study, I'm gonna start, you know, just putting myself back into the space where I was familiar with him, or just, I don't even know how to say it, but like it's just I'm trying to really just connect back because I feel like I'm connected still, but then it's like, okay, like I know that he ain't gonna never take his hands off me, and I pray he don't. Like well, Lord, don't take your hands off me, but like it's just like I want to get to that space where I know him for myself, where I ain't gotta depend on nobody to say that God is for real. And I just feel like so how did you just within yourself know that God was for real? Like just dealing with stuff. How did you know for yourself that he was for real?
Well, basically from like different situations that I was in, it would be like, it's no way.
Right.
Like, it's no way I made it out of certain things. Like, it's no way that this didn't happen. Like, one time I was driving on my way to church, and my dad had just did something with my tires. He got my tires fixed, but only 2 of the tires were new. So I'm just driving. It was like raining a little bit, and I hydroplane, and I'm just turning. Like, I turned like 2 or 3 times on the E-way. And it was crazy because in this, like, I usually, like, that's the way I go all the time. So it was like, it's always cars flying. But in that moment, I'm turning, like, facing the oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
And no cars were there.
Yes.
Like, no cars. So I was just like, and then I ended up, like, slamming on the, like, side rail thing. And I only like messed up my front headlight, so it was just like that's all that happened. Like
right.
It could have been a 18-wheeler,
right?
Just smacked me, and I wouldn't be here.
Right.
So it's just like situations like that. You'll just be like, it's no way. Like I always say, like I got that anointing. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
even not even just from like my prayers. Like when people pray for you, like genuinely pray for you. Like I know it's still like anointing from my grandmother's prayers, like their mother's prayers, like even my grandfather's, like it's like that's still passing down through, and it's still like coming through me. Like, so I feel like that's kind of how I realized, like, you know, that he was real, because it's no way a man, any human could do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No way.
Yeah. That's facts. Because similar situations have happened to me where I was put into a position of like, y'all, no way, like, Lord, you could have really took me out of here. There's no way that could have happened. So it's just, in certain situations, in a lot of situations, where he has really like curved me from a lot of situations that could have ended really, really badly. But he did everything for my good. Moving on to like the college life. So how did your relationship with God in college, like how did you keep that relationship with him strong? Because look, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I went to college for a whole year. Like if you put it up, it was 2 semesters, but it was 1 year. If you look at it. Like, yeah, I went for a year and then I didn't go no more. And I didn't experience much, but for you, I know that you graduated and you lived the college life. So how was that, your relationship with God during college? Do you feel like it grew stronger when you got out or while you were in? Like, just touch on that a little bit.
Well, I went to 3 different colleges. So first of all, when you go to college, especially if it's like away from home, like the first college I went to, I was like 13 hours away. I was in West Virginia. So yeah. So it's just hard. And then at that time I was playing basketball, so I only came home twice. So it was just hard, like I had never been away from my family and stuff. So that was just really, really hard. And going through, like, you're in a whole new state, like, that I would have never went to if I didn't go to college there. Like, I would have never went there. So it was just kind of hard because you on your own, like, your parents not waking you up telling you it's time to go to school.
Exactly.
You have an 8 a.m. Like, it's hard, like, because you can make that decision, like. And then when you're doing sports, like, you have to get up way earlier to do the workouts, and you have practice, and it's just a lot, and it's draining because you're doing all of that. You have to go to class, you have to go to practice, and then sometimes it's literally easy to forget. Like, forget to pray, forget to, have that time with God. So I did have a couple instances where it was like I strayed away from, my roots. Like, I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. Like, I wasn't getting up before I even did anything. I wasn't getting up and praying. I wasn't praying before I went to sleep. Like, I wasn't doing those things. But I know people were praying for me, so I know, like, that did help me when I wasn't thinking about, like, that's what's helping you right now. But yeah, and so then I transferred, came closer to home, and that's where it was worse. Like, partying all the time. It's just, it's there. And then, like, at that time, at that school, we were kind of like, the girls basketball team, we were kind of like the team that everybody wanted to be around. So if there was stuff going on, they were gonna make sure we were there, or where are y'all going tonight?
Right.
It was just like, it's a lot of temptation in college. Like, it's a lot, and you have to have a solid mindset, because it's easy to kind of not do what you were like, how you grew up. Like, I wasn't doing the things, like, I wasn't going to church. I didn't find a church out there, but when I came back home, I did go to church and stuff like that. But it was just harder when you're on your own, because nobody is telling you, like, you gotta do this. Like, you just gotta do it on your own. And I remember right before, when I transferred to my third school, I was just like, I'm done. Like, I'm done transferring. I'm done. I'm tired of being in school. I'm tired of all of this. So I literally was just like, all of the distractions, I had to stop it. So I literally prayed and was like, Lord, give me the strength to finish. Like, I know I have to do it myself. I can't tell somebody else to do my projects, my papers, none of that. Like, I know I have to do it myself. And I literally was like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to finish. And then that's when COVID happened. The rest of the courses were online, and I was like, okay, see, I really can do this. It was way easier. But I don't know. You just gotta really stay focused, like, in college, because it's easy to go astray and just act like you don't know where you came from.
I mean, I didn't do much in college, honestly. I was 45 minutes away. I came home every weekend. I was like, I ain't really, honestly, college was just not for me. I was just like, it's not for everybody, but it wasn't for me for sure. It was something that I just did not feel like I wanted to pursue. Have I thought about going back? Yeah. But I feel like now I'm too old. I'm just like, like, trying to kick it with these little 18-year-olds. You be like, nah, like, I just feel like,
breed now.
Yeah. They a whole different breed. So I'm just like, no, I think I'm gonna just pick up a trade or something. But, like, it's just trying to, honestly, I'm in conversation with God about that too, because it's just like, okay, what are my next steps? What do I need to do to make things work for me? Because, I mean, yes, I'm comfortable right now in my situation where I am right now, like, work-wise and, like, career-wise. It's just, I don't want to be comfortable for the rest of my life. I want to do something. I want to be able to, still work, still make money on the side, but I also still want to be able to, go out, have fun with my friends and family. But to get back on topic, So how do you input God into like your personal relationships, like relationships as in like with your partner, significant other, boyfriend, whatever, you know, you may be a situation, you don't know. Like, how do you input that into your relationship with your one person?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it has to start with God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I've always been a believer of, if like you can't get along with a person if they're not there with you, like they have to, have their own journey that they're going on too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like if they're just kind of doing it for show, or doing it because, oh, you like it, so I'm gonna fake like I like it, like.
Right.
And I'm the type of person I can see through this. So it's just like you have to really make sure that a person is genuine with their relationship with God, and they're not just doing it because, oh, I want to be with you.
Right.
I know this what you like, so I'll go to church with you. But
right.
I'm not gonna really, when I'm by myself, I'm not praying, I'm not studying,
right.
I'm not doing what I really need to do. I'm just doing it for sure.
Right.
So, yeah.
I feel that, because it's just, I feel like it's harder nowadays. You be like, people be like, oh, so when you gonna get married? You know, they see everybody else around you get married and all this stuff, and you single and you just like living life a little bit. It'd be like, it's harder now to try and find somebody who wants God for real, or who wants to have him in your life for real, because I don't know, nowadays everybody just like, oh, I want to be out, I want to be on Beale Street, I want to be doing all this stuff. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so you gonna go to church tomorrow? Like,
right. No, that literally happened to me though. Like I was hanging out with my friends, and I was like, well, I gotta go. It's getting late, and I was like, what? Where are you going? I gotta get up for church in the morning. Exactly. If I don't leave, I know I'm not gonna get up. So it's like, you gotta have the discipline too. Like, you gotta discipline yourself. Like, I knew if I stayed out, I wasn't gonna get up for church. So I just know, like, I was gonna feel groggy, and I was just not gonna feel like getting up. So I was like, I have to go. Like, and they like kind of make fun of me sometimes, because I be like, yeah, Madeson has a curfew. I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, I know I got one. I'm sticking to it.
Right, exactly. I think it was me and Ashley and like Amber and them. We were all having like a little nice little kickback or whatever, and people invited outside folks to the kickback. And we was just asking each other, hey, you gonna go to church? Hey, you gonna go to church? And the girls, I guess they overheard us saying that we were going to get up and go to church in the morning. Or are we going to church in the morning? Yeah. We ended up going to church though. But we was like, oh, we going to go to church. It was like, yeah, we going to go. And then it was like, oh, they going to church. And I'm like, wait, like, what? Like, I didn't say nothing, because I was like, okay, we all not in our right mind right now. I'm going to let it slide. Yeah. So it's just like, I just be like, honestly, it's just, yeah. I don't know, my personal relationships, I'm trying to get or have somebody who wants to put God first. I'm not per se looking for somebody, because it's in the Bible, he who finds a wife finds a. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to, I guess, allow myself to be open with that, with like finding somebody who puts God first in everything that he does, like behind the steering wheel. Thank you, Lord. Like, I want my person to put God before anything. So it's just, I don't know. In this day and age now, it's harder to find a person or a man who wants God for real. Like, you try and date them older. You don't do right. You try to date your age. They don't do right. You try to date them younger than you. They don't do right. So it's just like, okay, God, I'm going to just wait. I'm going to wait on you. I'm going to wait for you to send me him. Like, any way that you send, I'll be okay. But like, it's just, it's hard, because you want to put yourself out there to be able to receive somebody or to receive people in general. But then it's just like you send this. And I'll just be like, no. So no.
I feel like you gotta just like, I don't ever, like you said, like I don't pursue anything. It's just more of you have to get yourself ready. Like if you're ready, then it's gonna come. Like it's gonna come when you're not even thinking about it. Like you can be doing something, you can be coloring in the book, and then you look up at Starbucks, and then boom. So it's just like, I feel like the more we work on ourselves and the more we try to perfect ourselves, then things will work out.
And that's the thing. I asked my cousin, and I was telling my cousins, I was like, hey, I was like, man, I want to be in a situation, I want to be like not perfect, but I want to have some things out the way. So when my person comes, I don't have to, oh, we got this debt here, we got that debt there, we got to do this there. I just want to be able to clear that up and be like, okay, I ain't got no debt. I'm debt free. Like we can do this. But then my cousin was like, you have to, sometimes God will send you their person in the situation that you are in. And he was just like, your cousin, she helped me with a lot of stuff. And I was like, she's like, she taught me so much stuff and so many, how to do this, how to do that. And I was like, you're right. I probably have to be, but I have to also be open and ready to receive my help, because sometimes I'll be like, I don't want the help. Like, you keep your help over there. I don't want it.
See, I have a problem with that too. Like, people would be like, you can always ask me for help, and I'd be like, okay, when it's real bad, I'm gonna let you know, because like I always wait. Like, I'm like, I don't want to use up like things. Like, I feel like if it's so small to me, then I'm not gonna use that up. I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, I need you to do whatever. But if I'm in a drastic situation, then I'm gonna be like, please, I don't even call you. I don't ask you. I don't. But sometimes, like, that's why God puts family and certain friends in our life, because that's what they're there for. Like, they're there to help us, and so we just have to receive it. But it's hard sometimes. You don't want to feel like, I'm always calling this person, I'm always wearing them. Like, you don't want to feel like that or feel like a burden to somebody. I hate that feeling.
I feel that. But this has been another episode of One Hope Podcast. Y'all, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the conversation. Did you?
Yes. Thank you for inviting me.
She will be back. I don't know why she keeps saying that, but she will be back.
I'll be around.
She'll be back. But before we do anything else, we want you guys' feedback. Put anything in the comments, anything that you want from us, any questions that you may have, any topics that you may want to see on the show. We will definitely hear you out, and we will make it work. We will make it happen. We're going to make it happen. Thank you to our senior pastor, Pastor Robert J. Matthews, and our youth pastor, Pastor Stanley Scott. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for giving us this platform so that we may have the words to help any young adult. Did you say amen? All right.
Amen.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later. Go back to my zombies.
Wait, what zombie she played?
Call of Duty.
On what?
PS5.
We'll talk later. You gotta add me.